Hello and welcome to your messages for the month. Welcome to your messages for the month of February 2022. If you haven't already seen your messages for January, I'll put a link in the description because I am sure they are still relevant to some extent. And also, if you would like to book on my 6-week online course, which is starting at the beginning of March, I'll put a link in the description as well to that, so you can have a look at the details and the testimonials from previous participants and see if it resonates with you at all. Okay, let's dive in and have a look at the messages for the month of February. So what's going on in February? Something's shifted, that's for sure. And I hope you have some fun things planned for tomorrow. So what have we got guidance-wise? Any heads up? Any words of wisdom? Anything we need to know? Thank you. And okay, three does seem to be the magic number these days. Yes, 3 is the magic number. Okay, so what have we got? Okay, the first one is the devil. Now, he is typically related to addictions. This is because of all the light coming in and our opportunity to embody more light. Now, we are embodying more light whether we know it or not. We're embodying more light whether we like it or not, but we like it, right? We like the light. But what I'm saying is it's happening anyway. However, there are ways that we can maximize that absorption of light or maximize that integration of light into every cell of our body. How do we do that? We do that by grounding ourselves. We do that by emotional healing. We do that by all those things that we know raise our frequency. But what's coming up with him is, of course, addictions. So, and I've always felt when it comes to addictions, especially typically food, drink, maybe smoking and things like that, sugar, because there's lots of addictions. You can have addicted. Obviously, there's gambling, there's spending money, shopping addiction. I don't know. I mean, there's lots of different types of addiction. Obviously, we've got drug and alcohol stuff going on. There's a whole load of well, this is my take on addiction. Okay, see if it resonates. But I believe that our addictions are proportional to our separation from source. No, let's rephrase that. Our addictions are proportional to our perceived separation from source. So there is no separation from source. We know that, but we obviously perceive a separation. That's basically the problem with humanity in general, right? Is a perceived separation from source. Source, creator, universe, God, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so for example, if somebody was addicted to heroin, or a strong drug, their perceived separation from source is massive. Okay, then I think there's like differing degrees. I don't want to be judgmental here, so I'm just kind of like saying it as I have seen it through my own addictions and through my own journey and that of my clients and family and friends that I work with. So what I've seen is that as you raise your frequency, the more aha moments you have, the more you step into who you are, the more you accept that closeness, that you are source. It's not just being close to source, it's understanding that you are source. The closer you get to that realization, your addictions will fall away. So usually they can just fall away naturally. So you don't actually have to enforce that willpower and that dedication and that deprivation, because that's the difficulty, I think. So in my own life, I experienced that with both alcohol and meat and sugar. They were three things that I didn't choose to eliminate from my diet. They were things that my body naturally chose to eliminate from my diet, and which was a good thing for me personally. I'm not telling anyone what to do. So I kind of live in hope that when the time is right, you naturally want to steer clear. When your vibration rises, you naturally don't want to take in those lower frequency substances. However, I have recently been getting the message that, and it's funny because I've been getting it personally as well, of course, which isn't funny really if you think about it, that February is a time for us to actually make a bit of an effort on that front. Maybe we actually do need to kick in a little bit of willpower. Maybe just for fun, for the fun of the challenge, I don't know. But what the cards are saying, okay, to you, who's been drawn to watching this, if there is something, food or drink or substance orientated, that you, in your heart, know you shouldn't be consuming, this would be a good time to knock it on the head, to just see if you can discipline yourself. If you just say to yourself, okay, just for February, I'm going to do it. Okay. Then turn it into a bit of a challenge and see how you get on. And of course, if you break it, don't beat yourself up, because that would defeat the whole purpose. But this is new for me in the fact that this kind of message has come through, because up until now, I've always had a clear message that just do what you love, your vibration will rise. And when your vibration rises, you naturally won't want those lower frequency substances. But something seems to be telling me, the cards seem to be telling me that perhaps we do need to put in a bit of effort and discipline ourselves a bit. So what I do want to say is learn to sway test. See, I'm never going to tell anybody what to eat or drink, right? But I am so passionate about you tapping into your own abilities, you tapping into your own abilities to communicate with your body, with your subconscious, with your higher self, however you want to view it. And sway testing is the first step. From sway testing, you can then learn to muscle test. And this is something that I do on my course. That's the first thing that we do, is to learn to sway test, because then we use that ability to communicate with our higher self. And we use that ability in the emotional releasing and the limiting belief releasing, and the other work that we do. I'll put a video in, I'll put the link in the description and the video in the end screen for the sway testing video, which was one of my first videos, and I'm very serious in it. And the camera angle is not flattering, but hey, who cares about those things? The actual content of what I'm saying, I'm really passionate about. Learn to sway test so that you can feel for yourself if a certain substance is good for your energy or not. Because when you can feel your body going backwards with contraction on a particular substance, whether it be sugar, alcohol, it could be cigarettes, could be bread, you know, whatever. If you feel your body contracting and actually going backwards with the sway test, which is a sign that that is not for you, that your energy does not want that substance in it. Sometimes when you actually physically feel all of that, it makes it much easier for you to avoid that substance. You know, that's why I'm passionate about it. So yes, learn to sway test. It's time to clean up the body. It's time to clean up our bodies. And it might not just be, it might not be food and drinks and substances. I mean, it could be behaviors. It could be behaviors. I think we're all addicted to social media in one way or another. Doesn't matter which platform, you know, or maybe we're all addicted to, you know, worrying or, you know, thinking the worst, Or, you know, when you drive past an accident on the motorway and people always have a look, they always want to look around and have a look. I mean, why do we do that? You know, that kind of thing is not good for us. And yet we can't help it. Like a guilty pleasure, something like that. I don't know. That's what he's saying. He's saying all of that to me. But the next card is the Knight of Swords, who to me, my interpretation of the Knight of Swords, of course, swords is inspiration, ideas, and which do come from your higher self. And he's racing forward. So he really is the message for me of how fast you can evolve or ascend or go in the direction that you want to go in, whatever it is you're wanting to create, whether it be a community, you know, a new abundance activity, a new hobby, a new relationship, maybe you want a new job, you know, maybe you're starting up your own business, whatever it is that you want to create. He's basically all action go, you know. So this is the inspiration, and he's basically running with it. So it's a beautiful card, but it's come on the heels of this. So I think that's going to motivate us, and I am saying us, not just you. These messages are always for me, but I just share them with you because I love you. So basically it's come on the heels of this. So if we can clean up whatever it is that we're consuming in our energy, it's gonna take us, you know, ahead at a greater speed. We can follow our inspirations. We're just going to align with whatever it is that we want to align with. So yeah, brilliant. It's just full speed ahead. That's what I want to say about this card. Full speed ahead. On the inspiration front, the ideas are going to come in. It's light, isn't it? You know, we're absorbing more light into our bodies. The light is everything. The light is who we really are. So whatever this movement forward is, it's who you really are. Actually, I feel quite emotional now. So that's why we're being called to do this. That's why we're being called to actually activate a bit of willpower. Because we've really got to a crunch time, I think, in our evolution. Oh gosh. In our evolution, where we need to be going full steam ahead. We need to be going full steam ahead into whatever it is that we came here to do. And I think whatever we're kind of like being addicted to or being drawn to, this is like comfort food. This is like our comfort food. And the thing is, though, we obviously aren't going to beat ourselves up because we love ourselves too much to do that. So we're not beating ourselves up, but we can recognize that we have been so programmed. We really have. I mean, not all societies, but in definitely, you know, Western societies. For example, alcohol, totally widely acceptable. You know, it's even acceptable, you know, to have too much. You know, that was the society I was brought up in. You know, so I actually didn't want to stop drinking alcohol because I didn't want to identify with being boring. You know, but that's the programming. That's all part of our programming, and it's the same with, you know, sugar and stuff. Birthdays, we celebrate birthdays with a cake. You know, why don't we celebrate birthdays with a fruit bowl? You know, we have been programmed and conditioned, so we're not going to beat ourselves up for coming out of that. But let's just, you know, understand that this card is saying let's come out of some of that addictive programming, because this is just full speed ahead. And this is my favorite card at the moment, the Eight of Wands. This is thoughts and inspiration, okay, and beliefs, which is non-physical, and it's our thoughts and our beliefs, obviously, that we carry out and put into action that creates the physical. We know that Wands is that action. So this is the action. It's really following a pattern here. So we need to do this, oh gosh, the whole month maybe, in order to go full speed ahead with this inspiration and ideas that are coming in, okay, in order for everything to fall into place in the physical world. Okay, wands are transformation, they're fire. So there's a massive transformation for us in February. I really feel that anyway. I really, really feel that. But we need to do our bit, I think. That's what the cards are saying. Clean up your diet, because this is all obstacles removed. It's almost saying that whatever it is that's holding us back in our consumption, I want to say, it could maybe, because I keep saying consumption rather than food, it could be buying things that we don't need. Yes, that's really resonating with me now. So it could be just this materialism as well, giving up some part of our materialism. So yeah, keep that in mind as well. See what resonates with you. But this one is definitely about delays and obstacles have been removed. Everything is falling into place. It's the luckiest card in the deck, although it doesn't look like it, but it is. It's really powerful. So this is the action falling into place in the physical world, in your physical manifestations, which are coming from these non-physical thought and belief shifts within you, which is coming from you cleaning up your energy field to embody and allow more light. Wow. Wow. I mean, when you know all of that, when you look at it from that perspective, I hope that helps you on your path to whatever this is. I hope it helps me on my path to what I need to give up. So, wow, yes, I felt that quite strongly, actually. So I hope it resonates with you. If it does, please comment. If you're watching this anywhere on social media, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, okay? And like and share if you think it will resonate with anyone you know. So happy February. I woke up this morning with a feeling that Feb was going to be fab. I know it sounds corny, but hey ho. But Feb is going to be fab. I can feel it. But we need to do our bit. I love you all. See you in the next video. Bye for now.